Howdy jerks. Well, today is the day. Today is the day I'm going to do the clutch, and I really hope it's going to be a one-day job. Might be a two-day job, and if I run into any major problems it might be longer than that. But so the first thing I need to do is give a pretty big shout out to Greg Peters at the Car Passion channel, because he just released not too long ago a clutch replacement video, and I really enjoy the way he does his videos. They're easy to follow, and they give you really just enough information so that you're not going to screw things up, and that's good because I'm not very good at doing things, and I kind of need somebody to hold my hand and show me what to do. Anyway, my video is going to be how to do things wrong, probably, because I'll run into a bunch of things that I'm sure I'm going to screw up. So I'm going to do this by myself, which is a bad idea. I am also doing this with kind of a tweaked back, which is an extra bad idea. I may call in Angel a little bit later to help me with some of the more impossible things that will be a problem. So first thing I want to do is I want to get these cars out of here and get the Cumstain inside the garage. I have put on crappy clothing because, as I understand, it's going to get ruined. Get these cars out of here, move them all around, play car roulette, jack up the Cumstain, and I'll get started. So next step is to lift the car up into the air as high as I possibly can. Alright, so there we have it. It would be better to have bigger jack stands, to have more irons under there, but that's just going to be my limitation. I guess we'll just get started. Something I should have done before I started was sweep out underneath there. Why would you do something right when you can do it my way? Something I forgot to do before I put the car up on blocks was you have to take the console off and undo your thing here, because when you're dropping the transmission, it's not going to come out unless you do this. There, so that's out. You also have to remove this thing. Now for me, this should be really easy to get off because I just rebuilt this shifter a couple of months ago. It should come right out, which means it won't. This should just pop right off. Maybe not. Screwdrivers are pry tools. There, it's moving now. There. I was actually under here trying to pull this. There's a lip around the actual shifter. Yeah. Alright, so that's done. And now when we drop the transmission, this will go right through this hole right there. The next thing I want to do, it is going to be lots easier if I remove the exhaust, even the downpipe, because of the way this flange thing is kind of going to be in the way of the transmission coming out of there. If I tried to do this without removing the exhaust, I would get really frustrated and I would punch a baby. That would be a problem. There's 17s. This is the only time I wish I had people helping me, so I didn't have to keep getting up and down. But, you know, exercise. Let's take off an exhaust. I gotta go down and make sure I get the O2 sensor off. Alright. Not possible. I'm already enjoying this job. Let me take these out. Let me drop those all over the place. Yeah, I have to get that bolt right up in there. There we go. There. Wasn't in there very good, but it was held in with the 4 other bolts. I may not even put this bolt back in. Okay, downpipe's out. This concerns me a little how sooty this is. Yeah, so I don't really know what causes that, but it is hella sooty. That means we are now ready to start the actual clutch removal. And how dirty am I? Not yet, but hands are pretty gross. I believe the first thing I want to do is remove the transmission fluid. I forget what the drain plug is. The fill plug is a weird square thing, and I'm going to show you that in a second. All right, there it is. There's the drain. 24. It's a 24. All right, that's a 24. Now the fill plug is that right there. And this is a weird kind of square bolt. I think I just ate road dirt. Whatever. I was able to get that on there, and just a little bit of a turn to make sure it's going to open. Okay, and now that should, yeah, it's going to come out by hand, and yep, a little bit leaks out, which is fine. That's fine. That's good. That tells me that anyway. I'm pretty sure I did replace the fluid in this. And here we go. This is always gross because it's the worst oil ever. Ugh. It smells bad. Not as bad as differential, but it doesn't smell very good. I'll put the drain plug back in and then get rid of this this pail. Next thing we need to do is remove the drive shaft. Drive shaft has 4 bolts. As you can imagine right there, you can see I'm showing you basically 2 or 3 of them, and then there's obviously one behind there. So I think those are, what are those, 12s? They look small. I mean, all they do is hold the drive shaft in. It should be bigger. They are 14s, but they feel weird. I feel like they've got a little too much slop in them. I think I jumped it. Yeah, these are not 14s, by the way, so don't do that. Shit. Dude, these are 12s. This is ridiculous. What are they so small for? All right, so that could have been a disaster. Really wasn't that hard to loosen this one. Oh, I didn't realize that it's, okay. I didn't realize that. So I could just remove the nuts. Well, I've learned something today. Maybe I haven't learned anything today. 2 hours later. This is where power tools would be nice. Okay, so the nut comes off, but the nut is, you can't move the nut. Well, you can. No, it's up against this piece right here. So the nut won't spin, but it is a pain in the ass because there's a nut there. Just a quick tip here. Obviously you can kind of see the 3 bolts. It would be super easy if you could somehow rotate this and get all the bolts here, because that's the easiest place to do it. Well, I couldn't do it before because this was like locked in place. But if you remove the parking brake, the e-brake, you can just turn your wheels and it'll turn the drive shaft, and you can get that hard to reach bolt right in position to remove it. Now, it might be difficult to then remove it because if you put a wrench on it and it's like really hard to do, this is going to move again. So you can just put the brake back on, and then you should be good to go. All right, I wasn't recording anything, but shit. Well, that's me being awesome. Anyway, drive shaft is out. Basically take it off from the hub over here, and it immediately falls down because this knuckle right here allows it to move, and then you literally just slide it. You just slide it straight out of that thing. Now, what I noticed was this seal right here is broken. That's no good. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe go out today and find a replacement seal. God, that is really broken and gross. How was I not leaking transmission fluid everywhere? I don't know. Okay, so the next thing I got to do is remove the PPF. That's this thing right here. I don't have to completely remove it, but I need to remove most of it. And then there's the speedo cable. That has to come out. And then there's a couple of other things up there, the neutral switch, the reverse light switch. There's a slave cylinder right up there that I have to remove. There's a starter, and then I can get started on the transmission bolts. Wow, you can see a lot better now where my transmission bolts aren't. I guess I could do the speedometer cable right here. Maybe I can't. Oh man, that was super easy. Okay, so apparently the speedometer cable is not in there real tight. So I barely moved it and it started coming out. So let's undo this. There, speedometer cable out. This little plastic thing, don't lose that. That goes back into this little hole. It's like a plastic washer. I have to remove the PPF bolts here, here, and here. Those three come out, and then follow this along to the back. There are 2 bolts right there. And as I understand, one comes out and one just loosens so that this can fall away and swing away. You don't have to completely remove it. There's things attached to it that you don't need to deal with. All right, here are the wires to the reverse light, or maybe that's the neutral switch or something like that. These are the other 2, which are either the neutral or the reverse light. That's oil on my hand. And this is a crankshaft seal, driveshaft seal, which I think I'm fucked on because I don't think I bought the right thing. I think I might have gotten a rear main seal, which is fine because if I take this off and find out that there's a bunch of oil leaking from the rear main seal, now I have one to replace it with. Now I'm just going to have a horrific transmission oil leak. Anyway, next thing is to take off the slave cylinder, which is up there, and then start loosening the bolts. That sounds good, sir. You might want to get that belt checked out. And then I think we're pretty much ready to start dropping the transmission. The PPF is bolts, all the bolts that need to come out are out, and then that last one is just sort of holding it in place. We could move the entire transmission and engine on its motor mounts, but we're not going to do that because, you know. All right, Angel's taking off the slave cylinder. Yeah, anyway, that's two 12-inch, 12 mil bolts, one on top, one on the bottom. You don't have to remove anything else. You just have to take it off of the transmission housing.
So you're trying to get something that's up there. You're still trying to get the top one?
Yeah, I'm trying to put the socket in it, but okay. I'm using...
Actually, you know what? I think I can guide you up there.
Did I get it?
Yeah. Now we're just waiting for Gregory because he's inside doing some business. Any commentary, Jesus? How hard was it to get that bolt and the other bolt on top?
The one on the driver's side, you just need a really long extension, and then the one on the passenger side, use a little pivot one.
Exactly.
And this one's a pain in the ass.
And it doesn't require much strength. It's just like tedious to get to.
Yeah, it's kind of tedious.
Yeah, you look very dirty. I'm sorry I had you come over here just to get filthy.
I was at work, so I'm dirty anyway.
Right on. Probably.
And then I have sweat in my left eye, so it's closed.
In your left eye.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful.
Car wash after car wash.
No, you know what you need to get?
A bra.
Ta-da. So I guess I'm gonna do this since, you know, I'm the man. Look at all these dicks on my car.
Oh man, I was hoping you weren't gonna say anything because I was hoping you were gonna find it when you were editing.
I'm really shocked.
I slowly went like this.
I'm absolutely shocked that there are dicks on my car. So we're taking out the last safety bolts. Wow, why'd you put? Okay, well, because you wanted them safe.
Yeah, he didn't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not pussies. We just don't want to die.
Yeah, I almost died once. So
I understand.
You know.
Hey, the car fell on Jesus once. Remember?
My
fell on him?
car. Yeah.
Yeah, his brother told me the story that he came outside and he just saw his brother's knees.
Just hanging out like the fucking Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, he just saw Jesus' knees.
That's
I don't get how Jesus
awesome.
lived. You were on coilovers, right?
Yeah.
So you were low.
Yeah, I was on the Miata.
How were you breathing?
I don't know. I couldn't move my head. It was like
weight of a
pinned
car
against my
on
frame
you.
and the ground.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I was shitting my pants.
Oh shit! Did you think you were gonna die?
I don't know.
You
I was
didn't know
just
what to-
yelling help and
But
hoping that somebody
probably
would come.
not very loud because you didn't have much way to get
Yeah,
air in your
I couldn't
lungs.
speak.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that has to be probably one of the scariest situations to be.
Yeah, but my mom and my brother and some other person, they lifted the car up by hand, so
Dude, Greg, seriously, be careful, dude. I know they're not that heavy, but still.
yeah. It
This
looks
is
like it's
actually
supposed to be.
happening, guys. So,
Yeah, they're not that heavy.
what's stuck here?
It's the bracing of it, like the PPF is still on it.
Yeah.
You want to say anything right before you die in the last words? Tell them I call everything.
To all the women, I loved you. To all the men, I loved you too.
Oh, you know I drew a few dicks in the transmission. You're grabbing them right now. That's the last thing you grab.
Thank you. Should have been wearing pants.
Oh shit!
Right,
God
here it
damn.
comes.
I think you're gonna have to pull back a little more. What is touching? Oh, the
You gotta pull
the-
towards the motor a little bit so the shifter could fall down.
Oh shit, that's right.
Okay, yeah, now it's coming.
Probably would have been easier to pull the shifter out first.
Yeah, the shifter's almost out.
Okay.
Alright, done.
Good.
Finally.
Okay.
She was a little bit diggy that
I'm glad you guys came over because I thought maybe I could do this myself, and I was sorely mistaken. Because he's
Okay.
gonna push up on there, so that I can get my leg out from underneath it.
Just grab it
Yeah,
right there.
just like that. There we go. And he probably damaged himself.
Cut myself, yes. Really good.
Okay. Let's get you patched up.
How bad are you bleeding?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I slipped my hand, but I can't like take my finger off.
All right,
because-
wiggle out.
Let's see, Jesus.
I don't know.
Wait, let me get you a napkin
good.
real quick. Holy shit. Hey, guys, I think Jesus is gonna die. Hey, Jesus, I call your car too. Dude, I don't think you sliced it that bad.
Yeah.
Holy shit. God damn. Hey, show the camera, show some gore. Show, yeah, dude, there's like blood all over your garage floor. Show. Look, he's about to start leaking. God damn. It could talk.
How wide open are you? Are you
I don't think you need
porn
to-
star gash, or are you?
It's like he just got penetrated by a BB.
Oh,
you know?
okay, yeah, you got knifed.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Basically.
Don't be a pussy.
No. It's. I'm sure that doesn't feel good, and he's not going to be very useful for the rest of like squeezing things with that hand for the day. I love how mechanical it is.
Mechanical, right?
Yeah. It's cool.
That's what happens when you don't use the proper lubricant.
Yeah, we're having a discussion on to whether this should be as dirty as this is or not.
Well, someone in the comments are telling-
too, right?
Oh, that's fucking gross.
That fucked it up. Oh wow, that's thick.
Yeah. Somebody is watching this video, and if this is wrong, they're cringing their fucking eyes out. Oh my god, don't put brake cleaner inside of a clutch housing!
Would you lick that for $1,000?
Yes. Do you have $1,000?
No.
I can eat something disgusting for $1,000. Good, I set it up on the tee. Say it.
I know what you're gonna. I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Dude, I put that. You couldn't get a better setup. That was T-ball bullshit. All right, here's how you do this. See these two little things sticking out here? These get pushed in from the inside. Oh my god, it's like putting my fingers in.
An old lady.
You gotta be
Inside
good
of
with your fingers.
inside an old lady.
Yeah, so you
makes me
pull them
moist.
apart.
Yeah. Oh shit,
just like
that's
that.
pretty fucking cool. Let me see.
That's it. And the reason why it does that is because you're spreading these two little things right here to get over this nipple. Nipple.
The dickhead.
Yep. And we're replacing this. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, dude, that's not gonna burn your hands.
Yeah, it will, but I'll be all right. You know why?
You're not a
I'm
pussy
not
shark.
pussy.
You're not a pussy shark like me. I hate fucking burning.
All right, stop. So we're taking the last bolt of the flywheel off, and Angel is sacrificing his hands because I don't think that's gonna work, dude. I think you need to get closer to it so that you're, yeah. Okay. And the impact wrench is the best idea for doing this job.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right.
Wow, dude. Hey, feel it.
No. I know what a stock one feels like. It's heavy.
I'm keeping this. This is mine.
You should.
I'm gonna put this in my mouth.
How much is the seal anyway?
I don't know. Oh, good. That's gonna stay. That is definitely gonna stay, so that I will know forever. I've got
You see it,
dicks.
Jesus?
I got dicks back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Food?
Food time.
Food! Hey, Sue, zoom in right here real quick. And then cut off the recording right there.